This video is brought to you by BetterHelp. As two people proud to be in therapy, we are excited to be sponsored by them for the month of November. More on them after the reaction. I ain't afraid of no ghosts at 8 in the morning after working on a Marvel's edit late at night. Guys, how are you? John, how are you?
I'm ready to ascend to the afterlife after the religious experience of a new Ghostbusters trailer.
I know, we're finally getting a sequel to the Melissa McCarthy one
Yeah,
that we've all been waiting for. My God, Kristen Wiig is back, people. Leave a like. Let's do it, guys. Yeah. Okay, here we go.
Back in NYC.
It's going to be another hot one out there. In fact, there are heat alerts in effect for New Jersey. Feeling like
that's cool. That's right. We were a small town last time. Man.
Oh. Cruel summer. On my own.
Something spooky is happening.
Theme park ghosts.
What is that?
Oh, something malevolent is coming our way.
To attack the Ivo Shandor Beachside Carnival.
Oh, damn.
Whoa!
Destruction is huge on this one. This looks like a Roland Emmerich movie now.
Yeah, that's what we need. $200 million Ghostbusters.
Huh. Neat. Full-on action movie, too.
First time in New York history.
Phoebe!
People
Finn
froze to
Wolfhard
death
character.
in the middle of July.
Finn Wolfhard character.
What is it?
Podcast.
Kumail.
The power to kill.
Winston. Oh, shit. They're just showing them in the trailer.
They're all back.
Names turn to rivers of ice.
Was he in a Ghostbusters outfit, Paul Rudd?
And the last thing you see,
Oh, even Mom's in the
Patton
outfit.
Oswalt.
tear ducts freezing up.
Whoa.
Literally scared to death. So cool.
Wow, the Ghostbusters team is really expanded this time.
It's all about family.
Keeping that scientific enthusiasm alive.
That nerdiness.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Hey, you know, that wasn't a bad look.
Not at all. Not at all. And it's a very distinct look going with this whole ice thing.
Oh, yeah, of course, you know. I think, though, too, when you are like a family and you are also working together, a lot of times communication is very important where you have to learn to be honest with everyone around you. Hey, John, you know what? Can you step out of the video for just one second? Let's do a little wipe in here.
Back.
Thank you to BetterHelp for sponsoring this video. I've literally just finished a therapy session, and I wanted to shoot this because I'm in this state of knowing why I champion mental health support so much. In the past few weeks, work's been a little bit hectic. It's led me to miss some sessions, and I really don't like doing that. And sometimes that's when the weight really starts to pile on. A lot of restless nights, a lot of fatigue, a lot of I can't sleep even though I'm so tired, and sometimes just a very deep-seated sense of gloom. And yeah, every time this time of year, I get the seasonal blues like many of you. Meditating and sometimes journaling are my daily go-tos, but sometimes they just don't cut it when I'm trying to pinpoint why I'm down. And really, especially after a session like today, therapy just really helps clear the fog. Discussing the feelings is a critical step for me, especially as someone who's diagnosed with ADHD, type 2 bipolar, and PTSD. It's truly a cornerstone of my well-being. And I'm not alone in this. Many of us here at Real Rejects are in therapy, facing our own challenges from depression to anxiety, or just needing a non-judgmental space to voice our thoughts. This year, I've been working out most days of the week to keep my physical health strong, and I really do champion therapy as a way to strengthen my mental resilience. And for many, BetterHelp is integral to that process. There's real value in BetterHelp's accessible and adaptable service. They match you with a licensed therapist and provide the option to switch if necessary, ensuring the right fit for your mental health journey. As this year winds down and we confront life's complexities, do consider BetterHelp as a resource. Really happy to be partnered with them this month, so you can go to betterhelp.com/realrejects for 10% off your first month. Again, that's betterhelp.com/real rejects. So join us in moving forward stronger together. Thank you again. But seriously, thank you, BetterHelp, for sponsoring this video. Yeah, no, that was a delightful looking trailer. I mean, the first one, or not the first one, but the last one, which I guess is technically the real part 3, had more of that small town flair where you're introducing the new characters and then the old characters come in for a very special cameo at the end. And then the fact that they're showing them in the trailer here, I don't imagine they're going to be super prevalent from beginning to end or anything of that sort. I imagine there'll still be an extended cameo, but maybe borderline extended cameo meets supporting role somewhere there.
They'll
right?
have a few different opportunities to check in with them and get sage advice as to how to handle this unprecedented ghost situation.
Well, you know what? I really liked the small town focus of the last one. And what I think is really cool about here is like, yes, we're going back to the Big Apple, but we got a brand new villain in the form of Elsa from Frozen, but the malevolent version, right?
Yeah, man. If Elsa was also Maleficent.
Yeah.
That's what we need.
Yeah, no, I mean, there is something cool about actually getting in it's been a while since we've gotten like just a full-on new villain, right?
Yeah.
Because even like the remake one, which was loved by all audiences,
It was Pterodogs and Evo Shandor and
it was riffing on
not
the
quite
original.
Slimer, but basically, yeah.
Yeah, and then the one last time was just resurrecting old villains for the
Yeah.
most part, and then here we got a brand new look with a brand new aesthetic. And I like the cast from the prior one. I thought Phil Wolfhard was okay in this one, so I'm hoping that they really utilize him a little more. But I remember McKenna Grace was a real highlight here, but I'm excited for the entire big cast and for Paul Rudd's scientist character to be such a Ghostbusters enthusiast to now be a Ghostbuster this time around.
Yeah. I mean, it takes that I don't know. There's something about, again, like the tone of these and like the original Ghostbusters, I think, as is now well-trodden territory, is like an irreverent comedy that isn't exactly in line with like the reverence people have for it now. And so I feel like looking at a trailer like this is kind of fun and interesting because I'm getting a better sense of what Ghostbusters fans may want if they like this, because this has more of that sort of like Goonies-esque thing, I assume, where it's like, yeah, I don't know. It's like more of a ragtag band with a sort of sense of heart that's a little different than what I associate with like the actual Ghostbusters, but that I think works well for what this new generation wants to be. You've got the Spangler family now kind of all just living this Ghostbusters life, and Paul Rudd's, continuing to just, he's part of that now. And so, it makes sense to me. And then coming back to the familiar setting, but with what appears to be a new and actually just sort of original Hook villain character.
True.
It's kind of, I don't know, it's got me cautiously optimistic again.
Well, yeah, man, they got a different director this time around.
It's Gil Keenan from Monster House.
And I just saw Monster House for the first time, and I thought that was a really good family accessible horror film that had a great bit of whimsy, wonder, but did maintain horror. And the last movie, while fans really liked that one a lot, that was a little bit more zeroed in on nostalgia and, but also the a little bit more of just the heart of it, of the character-driven heart, which was probably the right step to bringing back the franchise. And then here, this is really bringing back the horror, because I haven't forgotten that like Ghostbusters is a horror comedy,
Yeah, 100%.
and then right from the get-go, like you can see that with the way this movie's being framed, the shots, the cinematography, everything about it looks very much composed, and I'm excited for the blue aesthetic that is going to linger throughout. Like you can feel an animated director's presence sort of all over this trailer, and I'm excited to see whatever new look they bring to it. But yeah, Ghostbusters is an easy franchise for me to immediately go watch. I just love the idea of them. The original is one of my all-time favorite movies. I think it's a near perfect film, other than the fact that Bill Murray's character may have aged into more of a creep over time. Venkman is a creep.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. That's always the funny thing is like if you look at the original Ghostbusters, like these guys are like not exactly the warmest, cuddliest, most accessible
it's an older
people.
Movie.
Yeah.
Let it go.
Well,
it's an older. Let it go. Let it go.
I find it funny that people basically want an Amblin movie out of something that originally wasn't that, but that's fine. And I also
this feels like the Amblin movie.
Yeah, and now it's got that sort of wonder, that reverence, that nostalgic quality, but it's reaching a fuller final form. It seems like I do like the idea of them doing like a summertime thing here too.
Yeah.
Parts that were reminding me of something like, I don't know, any number of beach related horror
It's
movies.
like
The
Jaws
Meg or
on
Jaws.
ice.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, that's kind of a fun aesthetic to go with.
Yeah, man.
You know,
I mean, it's coming out on IMAX, and this looks like a cool IMAX experience. The fact that we got this director, especially, it's like the last movie I wouldn't associate as like something that was like it looked good, but I wouldn't say it was like visually appealing.
Yeah.
And this feels like there's going to be a visual feast behind it while still having a fun ensemble to behold. But guys, what did you think about this Ghostbusters Frozen Empire trailer? The trailer didn't do anything here to warrant any concern necessarily, other than like, yeah, the plot didn't clue us into too much anything on the plot. I'm excited for it, man. I have nothing to hate on this one about.
Not yet.
I'm trying to find something where I don't look like a kiss ass, but I liked it. I liked it, John. I liked it a lot.
Yeah,
I'm happy. I'm happy we're awake.
cautiously optimistic.
Yeah, cautiously. I'm very optimistic.
Yeah.
Ready for the chilly
Just
summer.
as long as the third act doesn't just become like,
Let
hey, let's just transplant the third act to Ghostbusters
Let
into
it.
this again.
It worked for a lot of people, maybe not
People
for us,
love
but
that.
it worked for everyone
You know what
else.
they should do is just bait and switch everybody, pretend this movie's real, and then just show the original Ghostbusters when you get there.
I'm totally cool with that, Humphrey.
Yeah.
Alrighty, gang. Well, thank you so much for being here. What did you think about the Ghostbusters Frozen Empire trailer? Are you excited for it? Leave your thoughts down below. Be sure to subscribe. Leave a like. Thank you to BetterHelp once again. We will catch you all soon.